Land and water. It says color land brown, color the water blue. So we'll take a look at this picture and we have to see what is land and what is water. Well, in a picture, a lot of times land can be flat or can be mountainous. Where do you think the land would be? Would it be where the boat is, or do you think it might be over here where the rock is? I hope you said where the rock is. So a rock is something that we would see on land. So I'm just giving this a quick shade so that you can see that. Okay, and then water, right, would be the rest of this, especially where the boat is. The boat kind of gives away that area would be water, because you wouldn't really have a boat. See the smoke coming out? You wouldn't have a working boat on land. Sometimes there's boats that they're storing on land, but they are not working and moving on land. Okay, boats are only in the water. We can also see the waves here. That gives us a clue that this is water. I know it's hard to see my coloring on the video. Let's take a look down here on this side. Earth is made up of land and water. Land and water are part of nature. Places on earth have things from nature and things people have made. Land. There are many kinds of land. A mountain is the highest kind of land. So here's pictures of mountains. A hill is not as high as a mountain. And see, these are hills. Okay, they're a lot smaller. They go up, but they don't go up a ton. A desert is land that is very dry. So take a look at this picture here. Okay, notice there's a lot of dirt. Yes, there still is green things in a desert. It's not all sand. Okay, we have cactus, and these are other forms of cactus. It's plants that don't need a lot of water. It says draw a line to connect each picture to the name in the text. So again, we have mountain, right? So this would be our mountain. Then we have hill, right? And we said hill down here means it goes up a little ways. And then we have desert, and desert is dry land. Okay, but remember, desert can still have some green in it. Water. There are different bodies of water. An ocean is a very large body of water. Ocean water is salty. Okay, so we're going to look at these pictures. Think about, what one do you think would be ocean? A lake has land on all sides. Lakes are smaller than oceans. So which one do you think is the lake? Land on all sides and smaller. A river is long. Rivers flow toward a lake or an ocean. The water in most lakes and rivers is not salty. So again, they want us to draw lines from each one. So you had a chance to look at them as I was reading. Let's see if we can determine where we should draw our lines. All right. So remember, an ocean is a large body of water, okay, and it's salty. So if you said ocean was this, you would be correct. This is an ocean. A lot of times, especially because of the salt, you see the foam bubbles as the waves are rolling up onto the shore. Okay, we usually have sand for an ocean, though sometimes it's just rocky. See the rocks in there? This is the ocean. Usually when you look out to an ocean, it's also hard for you to see land because our oceans are so big that you're usually not able to see land on the other side. Occasionally you'll see a little island, but it looks different than most bodies of water. Okay, a lake has land on all sides. Well, this picture is hard to tell. However, this right here is our lake. There's land here, there's land here, and if you were to see a lake in real life, depending on the size, a lake would have land all over, and it would just be water in the middle. Now, some lakes are so big that you can't see all the sides to the lake. But if you looked at it in the air or on a map, there would be land all on the sides. The water's usually a different color than it would be for an ocean. And you don't always have sandy beaches along a lake. Sometimes you do, but a lot of times you've got grass and trees that go right up to the lake. All right, rivers, our last one. Well, we only have one left, right? Here's our picture of a river. So a river is long and it flows towards a lake or an ocean. So sometimes we picture rivers as being bendy. Sometimes they're not very bendy. You can almost always see both sides of a river. However, a lot of times you can't see the start of the river or the end of the river because it's very long and it travels the water from one body of water to another. Okay, it's a way for water to travel. But you can always usually see the land on either side, and most of the time you can't see the start or the end because it's very long. And if you notice too, this is very narrow. Now, a lot of times they can be wider than this, but some rivers are narrow. Okay, now what's the same about the lake and the river is usually both of these are not salty. It's only the ocean that has salt in it. People make changes. People build things on earth, land, and water. They build bridges over water. They build houses on land. They build places to work and play. People often use things from nature to make these places. So we want to take a look down here. This playground. Do you think this playground just always was there? It always existed. It came from the earth. Or do you think somebody had to make that playground? If you said make, you are correct. Playgrounds are things that are made. Just as chairs in our house, or maybe the table we're working on or desk we're working on, those are all man-made. They're things that did not come from nature, but people built. Just like our houses. Our houses had to be built by someone, or our apartment had to be built by someone. Okay, so people make changes to the earth. Okay, they build things on the land or on the water. But a lot of times they are made from things in nature. Like our chairs are made from wood, which is found in nature. But the chairs didn't exist. Somebody had to make them.